Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Let me share with you a very controversial piece of advice I give most of my clients. Okay, most, especially the ones who are young. And feel free to comment down below and whether you agree or disagree with me. One of the most controversial pieces of advice that I give my clients, especially youngsters, is they need to leave their parents' home. They need to leave their mother and father, and they need to stay separate. In fact, in many cases, I even tell them leave your parents, your relatives, your friends, even the place where you have lived all these years, and move totally to a new place or even a new country, all alone by yourself. And almost every time, people look at me and they're like, but this will happen, that will happen. How can I do that? Now, why is it that I tell them? Why is it that I tell them this? Obviously, it's because I've already done it, I've experienced it, and I know the good, the bad, the ugly. So, in this video, I'll share 10 reasons why the best decision in life is for you to leave your parents, leave your relatives, leave your friends, leave even your state or your country and go elsewhere. I'm not saying dump your parents. I'm not saying break off relationship, but why you have to leave. Okay, here are the 10 reasons. Let me know your opinion. Number one, the day you leave the house or the protective nest of your father and mother is where the actual lessons of life will start. The actual lessons. Whatever you read in the books, whatever you read in on the internet, whatever you read in school, all of it proves to be useless, pointless, and worthless. Because this, what you will do in the real world, will be the lessons that will shape you. You will learn everything from taking care of your bills, earning, trusting, survival, traveling, all of it, which no book will teach you. So the actual lessons of life start the day you leave and you're by yourself. Even washing the dishes, nobody will do it for you. Even cooking food, nobody will do it for you. You have to do it by yourself. And if there's a problem, you need to sort it out by yourself. That's number one. Number two is personal responsibilities. Nobody is there to remind you. Nobody is there to tell you. Nobody is there to even tell you what to do. Everything. For example, me today. Who's there to tell me to get up? Nobody. Who's there to tell me, Loy, make this video now? Nobody. Who's there to tell me, Loy, save money? Who's there to tell me, Loy, plan out for tomorrow? Nobody is there. I'm 46. I know you'll say, oh, Loy, but you're 46. No. Even when I was, I left home the first time at the age of 16, almost immediately I realized, oh, sheesh, I need money to pay for the rent. I need money to pay for taxi. I need money for food in the shop. Oh, I need to prepare. I need to sleep on time. This I cannot go to work on time. Automatically, I realized nobody is there. But before, mom was there. Mom could wake me up. Dad could, shout or give me a spanking. Oh, they will prepare food. Oh, I can open the fridge, take whatever. But here, personal responsibility. You have to do it by yourself. And if you don't plan, you'll pay the price by yourself. That's number two. Number three, which I told you, pay the price. For every bad decision you take or bad step you make, anything, a bad decision you make or take, or you will pay the price, and you alone. For example, let's say you didn't save money. Who's to blame? Let's say you spend money on something you shouldn't have. Who's to blame? You borrowed money. You have to pay back. Who's going to help you? You don't have food in the house. You didn't pay the electricity bill. It's cut. Everything you'll pay the price. In fact, even a relationship where you spend your time, effort, and money, and she dumps you, guess who will pay the price? And there'll be nobody there. So, point number three is you and you alone will pay the price for all that you do. So, you do something good, congrats. You do something bad, you have to suffer. Point number four, you'll realize the actual value and the risk and reward of freedom. See, when you're with your parents, obviously you have to come home on time. You have to do things on time. You can't, if you're a guy, you can't bring a girl home. If you're a girl, you can't bring a guy home. The restrictions are there. But once you are staying by yourself, your own apartment, you can bring any girl. You can bring 3-4 girls. You can have a party. You can drink. You can dance. You can sleep naked. You can do whatever the hell you want. Nobody is there to tell you anything. Now, that can prove to be a double-edged sword, which then again, remember I told you, pay the price. So this, what happens is when you're given the freedom, you'll misuse it. or you'll do the wrong things. Like some of the stupid things I has to do is eat chocolates right from early in the morning, get up early in the morning and play video games and all that. I was doing all this silly stuff. I know you might find that funny, but that was something that I always wanted to do. Eat all unwanted, nonsensical food and, obviously bring girls to the house and all that. So I experienced freedom. Today, at the age of 46, now I'm my own man. I can still do all this stuff, but I know there's a price to pay. Like, in my younger days, I used to take steroids and lift heavy, show my muscles. Today, I know for a fact, if I do that, what is the price to pay? So it gives you a taste of freedom and it'll make you appreciate how much to use and how much not to use. Okay. Point number 5, you will experience all the colors of the rainbow. By that, I mean you'll get to experience temptations, the forbidden fruit. It is very important, to expose people to some of the dark things that life has to offer. Like, for example, I have seen people drink, I've seen people smoke, I've seen people have sexual orgies right in front of my eyes. I've seen all this. Okay. And, there's always that temptation. Man, like one of the fascinations I've always had is threesome. Two females and one guy, not two guys and one girl. I've always had that. And yes, I did end up, when I came first time to Thailand in Pattaya, got two females, but it turned out dead. They were just lying down there. So I've tried that. Okay. Now, do I want to try it again? No. It's nothing but just in your head. It's just sex. Okay. Right now, it's what? Midnight. It's going to be 1 o'clock. I can go out and get a happy ending massage. I can go, a couple of girls are there, just spend hardly less, not even $50. I can enjoy it. I don't want to. Even though temptation is there, I can go right now. Forget that extreme. I can go and buy anything I like from the supermarket, anything I like from the grocery shop, anything from the restaurant. Why do you think I'm fasting and trying to lose weight? Right now, do I need to work, make this video? I can, read some book, or I can play a video game or watch a movie. Why am I working? Because I've been through all these temptations, and today I know, nah, it's okay. I know. I know the temptation of eating chocolates. I know the temptation of, trying to stand out in front of females, of taking steroids, doing the gym. Thankfully, I don't have the experience, and I don't want, of smoking, drinking, and drugs. Thankfully, I don't want that. Rest, mostly everything I've done. So I've experienced all this, if not the extreme, and I know where to draw the line. That helps you become a better human being. Point number 6. I told you before the experience, temptations, and the problems that come. The next one is the opportunities. When you are single by yourself, you'll get opportunities in life from making friends, networking, business relations, sexual relations. And every opportunity is there. And you'll sometimes think, oh, sheesh, I had this opportunity. Should I or shouldn't I? And if you don't, you'll pay the price for it. But if you do, you'll reap the rewards. Luckily for me, I was always like a born opportunist. Every single time, if I wanted something, I would go out there and get it. And that made me an extremely good salesperson. At least that's what I believe. So that gives you not only the experience of being an opportunist, but also the discernment, to realize I'll not get this opportunity again. And that makes you much more deeper in terms of your wisdom. So today, anybody I meet, I know for a fact, it's a once in a lifetime thing. Better grab it now. You'll not get it again. Point number 7. If you make a mistake, the only person who's going to pay the price is you. And that is where you realize you are, nobody is going to, let me put it this way. When you have your mom and dad, you do something wrong, you can go to your mom and say, help me out. You can tell your dad, help me out. I need money. I need this. I need that. When you're alone, nobody is there. You have to figure out a way to get yourself out of the mess. And that is where you actually grow to be a better human being, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. Number 8, I think this is the most profound thing of them all, is you suffer alone. You will forever suffer alone. And then you realize, I've come alone, I will die alone. When you're surrounded by your friends and family and all, you always have this illusion that they will always be there for you. You'll always have your best friends, your true friends, even your best friends, all of them, they vanish in due course of time. And that is one of the good things that I've done is I've always mentally prepared that I am alone. And I've lived that way. Even today, with my wife and kid, I've mentally accepted that maybe one fine day they'll leave me and go. So I'm preparing that if that happens, I'm still strong. Number 9, you'll find out who you truly are, your real self. See, when you're with your parents, you try to stay within the limits of what they allow. And then society, you will behave within the rules and regulations of the society. But the day you are going for a holiday, or you're with your friends, or you go to some crazy exotic location where no camera, nobody's there, the crazy side of you comes out, the wild side. Well, guess what? That wild side is a part of you. But then just imagine if you are alone right from a very young age, that wild side, the crazy side, all of it, you naturally experiment, you play around, and then somewhere the balance comes out, and that is what you really are. Today, I know who I really am because I spent all those years experimenting and discovering who I am. You cannot discover yourself if you're under your parents or under society. I can assure you that much. And last, if not the least, the biggest benefit of them all, which I feel I received, was gaining maturity. My mother, father used to always say, when will you grow up? When will you become a man? When will you this? When will you that? So I always think like, man, how do you become mature? How do you grow up? This I learned and discovered only after being by myself. So if you're immature, if you make stupid decisions, you cannot get up in the morning, you are lazy, you don't feel like you don't have the drive. The day you stay alone by yourself, slowly it'll come to you. For me, it came like a ton of bricks, especially when I went through the worst moments of my life. And that is where I finally said, enough is enough. And I grew up. Had I been with my mother, father, had I been with society, had I been with relatives, never would have grown up. And that is why today, when I look back, all my relatives, everyone, they're still the same. Nothing has changed. But when they see me, they're like, bloody hell, man. You're such a different human being altogether. So, anyway, these are the 10 reasons why I recommend anyone leave your family, leave your mother, father, leave your relatives, your state, your country, and go totally somewhere new where you can really discover who you are, and the best and the worst of you will come out. So, this is what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.